Alright, we're back for round one. Could use some black, but hopefully we'll draw some black. And don't start telling me my mana base is wrong or anything like that. My mana base is even, so... There is still more black than white in the deck right here. Ooh, white-green. The beat down, most likely. Binding Money. I wish I had that in my deck. Jeez. Jeez. Okay, well, we can cast start to finish. I guess maybe one reason to play 9/7 is that since there's more black spell, if you don't have any black, you're in a lot more trouble than if you don't have any white. But again, you really want to cast these on turn 2 and not later on, if possible. I think it's just right to go 8/8, even though it's punishing us right now. Is it the Prowling Serpapord? Oh, Rona's last stand. Sure. Ooh, we drew black. How lucky. How lucky. So they are not gonna untap. What to do? We could play a Bone Slasher. We could start to finish the snake. I think we are better off using start to finish. There's a chance they just don't attack playing around Sandblast because, you know, I was thinking for a little bit they might smell the Sandblast. It kind of smells like Sandblast, to be honest. If I was my opponent, I would be like, ugh. This has the dirty smell of Sandblast. Look like they don't care. Okay. Well, I'll take 5, I guess. My opponent doesn't care about the smell of Sandblast, I guess. Maybe they don't have a Sandblast nose. Who knows? Lol. Alright. Ooh. That's sweet. What to do now? I don't really think we want to take 5 from the snake. I don't think we want to trade Mummy Paramount for Binding Mummy. I think we'd rather play some zombies. And attack for 3. Though I guess if we trade, it's nice because then the warriors can start attacking. I guess the warrior, because we are gonna... Yeah, I think we just kill the snake. Sack a warrior and pass. And that's fine. Those who serve, okay. I guess they're gonna tap my Paramount and getting for 2, maybe? If they do, then we can play 2 zombies and attack for 4 with the Paramount, which is kind of decent. Probably Merciless Eternal, as it can attack into those who serve. And Kenra, because, yeah, we need to play another zombie, I guess. But this thing doesn't do a whole lot right now. Scavenger of Souls. I don't think it's the play. Again, I think getting in for 4 here is pretty good. And we'll probably not play any more land because we don't need more than 5 and we want to keep land to discard to the Eternal. Kaboom! You should probably not have stop on upkeep and draw in limited. You could just put one when you need one, because sometimes you will need one, just, think about it. But 90% of the games you will not need these, and it's just, just wasting your time, wasting your open time. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to have these. It's obviously a lot different if you are playing in other format, but well, this is a kind of a board where I would like to draw unconventional tactics. Bone Slaver. So you can gain a little bit of life of their Diviner. We don't have any great attack, because I don't think there's anything you are willing to discard to trade with those who serve, especially since they could have a trick. We kind of want to play 2 Bone Slasher on the same turn so we can attack with Paramount, so I think we just drop Scrounger. Though I guess if we have a draw land, we will probably not play it. We could also attack and use Splendid Agony. They have some mana open though, which makes things potentially clunky. They have a 2/2. Yeah, we don't have any good attack. We're just gonna play Scrounger and pass. Like, the best thing they could do for 6 mana last turn was a Dune Diviner. So unless their hand is land plus Sifter Worm, we are not really unhappy to go for a longer game, I think. It's kind of weird. I don't think this is a Ram deck. I don't think we should be fearing cards like Sifter Worm. I don't think you would want to play Binding Mummy in a Ram deck. But to be honest, I don't really know what the opponent is doing here. What their deck is, what their plan is with this deck. White green tends to be pretty aggro with Exert and whatnot, and here they've played some zombies, Dune Diviner, so I don't know what's up, really. I don't exactly know what's going on. But I hope they don't have a random Overwhelming Splendor or Sandworm Convergence in hand. That'd be kind of bad. I think I'm willing to make a couple trades, even if the trades are not that great for me. I guess I could just play 2 Bone Slasher, attack with Paramount and Scrounger. And then I end up trading Scrounger for Binding Mummy, most likely. They take 4 from the Paramount. That doesn't seem great. Or I trade Paramount for Reamvol or for those who serve. But I might as well just attack with Eternal and discard my land, right? Yeah. Let's see what I want to do about that. I'm not really mad if we lose the Scrounger. Just that block. Okay. I guess we'll discard a land. I'm very happy to trade a land in my hand for one of their Trick or Revolt here. So if they want to go ahead and send Blast or +2/+2, there's those who serve, or Grasp, yeah. I'll happily trade my land for that. And 2 damage. And actually 5 damage because we got in with the Scrounger. So basically I changed the land for Spidery Grasp and 5 damage at their face, and we gain 2 life, so sure, I couldn't be asking for more. The Dune Diviner is mildly annoying, but it's not a big deal. They need to tap 2 mana to gain 1 life. It's like... it's mildly annoying, I guess is the right word. The right way of putting it. please play at a decent pace, poor Eden. It's been annoying. With the stops on upkeep and draw step. Man. What is up? Ooh. Struggle survive on my Scrounger of Souls. Puncturing blow on my Scrounger of Souls. Whoa, what is this nasty thing they are casting here? Granitic Titan. Oh my god. That's insane. That is literally insane. Okay, we'll just make a kind of a bad attack. Or will we? Yeah, we could attack and use the Scrounger ability, or nah, I guess we play Bone Slasher and attack for 4. They probably just take 4. They are not really in a position where they can afford to attack with Titan, I believe. And if they do, we can just block with a Warrior and a Bone Slasher. And if they have a Trick, whatever. I mean, the Warrior was pretty much free. The Bone Slasher are not that great anyway right now. So yeah. Monolith. It looks more like a Ram deck, Naya Ram deck. Festering Mummy. Do we attack with everything like Madman? I think we kind of do actually. Because we are taking quite a lot of damage no matter what, and we can probably use Splendid Agony to turn 2 bad trade or them eating our creature into 2 favorable exchange. So what will happen, they will probably make block. They will probably just, well, they will take a little bit of damage first, and then they will probably make a couple block that will be kind of bad for us. But I think after the Agony, we should end up at a point where they lose 2 creature, we lose 2 or 3 creature, they go down to 6, and they don't have a lot of things left. And I don't think just standing there and waiting for them to tell deck like Sifter Worm or some strong late game is going to be great for us as a whole. Yes, sir. Now we can choose what we want to kill. So I think I'm just gonna let the Scrounger die. And probably just put a counter here and there. So they lose both creature and we keep both of our creature. I guess I could let them with those who serve. I mean, this is dying no matter what. The question... Yeah, I guess it makes more sense to leave them with those who serve over Granitic Titan. Yeah. Because this dies no matter what, this doesn't die no matter what, so it doesn't change anything. I just have to choose which creature I want to kill. Certainly the Diviner, and then the Titan. It makes sense, I think. And here, even if they have a trick of their own, since we kind of get 2 creature with Splendid Agony, kind of, it should not be the worst. I believe they are just gonna gain some life with Diviner here. I don't really think they have another trick though. Again, if they have one, it's not the end of the world. I think they are struggling to use the Diviner. I think this is what's going on right here. Oh no, they did have a trick. Okay, cool. I mean, cool. Sure, whatever. Makes things slightly worse for us, but kind of a weird ramp deck with some trick. I really don't know what their deck is trying to achieve, you know, in general. Looks like they tried to draft a ram deck and things went wrong, something like that. Oh, that's great. How do we do that? So they are not like dead because they can gain 3 life of their Dune Diviner. So they are virtually at 7. We can make... the Mummy Paramount a 5/5 fly. So they go down to 2. Then we attack with everything. And they don't really have... Yeah, I think it's the best line. And if we ever draw some more zombies, we should win anyway, but... So I imagine their best way to do thing is... They don't really have any good block here. Chump, chump, take 6 down to 1. I think you have to block with Diviner. I mean, Diviner is cool because it gives you life, but you're not really getting anywhere if you're spending 6 mana a turn to gain 3 life against my board. So I think you need to trade it with one of the Bone Slasher. And yeah, probably go down to 1. I don't think there's like an alternative path to victory for them. I think it's wrong. Like I understand Dune Diviner is nice and all, but like the life it's gonna gain you is not gonna be better than you know, killing one of my Bone Slasher. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you have something like Crested Sunmare in your deck, at which point gaining life becomes a lot more interesting. I'm not sure you're supposed to try keeping the Dune Diviner, because you're falling too far behind on board. But again, if they go Crested Sunmare, gain 1 life here, we are kind of out of the game. We draw land. I guess we attack with the Bone Slasher. Attacking with Mummy is not going to do a whole lot. They are probably going to block with Cultivator. Oh, we can do that, though we don't lose match by doing it. If we attack with the Mummy Paramount, so they're virtually at 4. If they block here, then they need to block here and to jump here. I think we can afford to attack with Paramount actually, because again, if they want to eat my Paramount, it means they are jumping with Dune Diviner. Because if they jump with Cultivator, they take 4. I think we can do that. Their block will probably be Cultivator on the Paramount. Those who serve on the Bone Slasher. I don't think you can afford to do that unless you have a Treek. Well, I guess if they block like that and block the Festering Mummy, I trade... Okay, they're gonna go with Chump block. Sure. Double Chump block. I think you'd rather just not eat the Mummy and keep your 2 dudes around by blocking here and there. Interesting. So they are willing to eat a 2/2. But they lose an 0/3 in the process, which blocks the 2/2 anyway. I guess it can become bigger, but still, I don't know. Kind of feels weird. Maybe they have a trick though. But I think they are just gonna June Divine here and go down to 1 again. Because if they block the other way around, well, I imagine getting a land is not really a big problem here, but basically they take the same damage, except they have one more blocker and we have one more dude that can attack. And I guess it's button. The thing is, if I ever draw a zombie, I get back my tactic and I kill them anyway, so I don't know. It doesn't change the match, I guess, at the end of the day. Lethal Sting. This doesn't sound great. Like, it doesn't actually does a whole lot for me. So if I attack, they should probably double block. I trade with Dune Diviner and they go down to 1 again. And the next one I can sting and kill them. Yeah. Or, you know, they just don't trade. But I think they should make the trade. Alright. The thing is, Bone Slasher is, until they draw something else, dealing them 3 each turn. And Dune Diviner is giving them 2 each turn. I mean 3 each turn. Except it costs them 6 mana. So basically by not trading, they are just losing 6 mana each turn. Pretty much. It's only better if they draw a 4-4 or something bigger and get into a board stall, and then they can start gaining life, maybe. But I think trading remove a lot of pressure on your mana that I think you are happy to remove. I don't know. Interesting, you know, possibilities. Not necessarily saying what they are doing is wrong or anything, just, you know, thinking about the plays and what they could be doing. Here they kind of got paid off by keeping the Diviner because they top deck Hour of Promise. That's a pretty specific thing, though. Pretty specific top deck. Huh. That's aggressive. That's very aggressive. Alright, we got there. This was pretty much bound to happen. And that's also one of the reasons I think trading the Diviner was good. It's because I will eventually draw a zombie, and whether they are at 1 or 4 or 5, they will die. So you kind of want to get in a spot where you can spend your mana and try to apply pressure before I draw my any of my zombie. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Their deck seems interesting though. Hour of Promise plus some Dune Diviner. We haven't seen their late game yet. It's probably pretty powerful. Kind of weird to see some aggressive trick in a control deck. I guess this is more of a defensive trick in a Ram deck, I guess. Yeah. Not entirely sure what's going on. But there's a couple cards that, you know, I would not expect to see in what looks like a Ram deck, basically. I don't think we are changing anything for this matchup. I don't think we have anything great. in general, I don't think we'll be setting match unless we are playing against a black deck, at which point we want defeat. Probably won't Shepherd over Scrounger, actually. They are not playing very aggressively, and a flyer could, break some type of board stall. It also looks like they don't have enough Removal, so it's probably a decent matchup for Shepherd. Maybe we want Painful Lesson too, but I don't really know what we would be cutting for that, so don't think we're gonna bring that in. Alright. Sounds good. I mean, hopefully we don't draw too many more lands, but I think Screecher should be pretty good in this matchup. And, any shit's fine. 3-drop, I guess. And we have a bunch of 2-drop we can draw into. Like that. Like that. They should really remove the stops here. They are really useless and limited. From time to time it will be necessary, but if it's one time every 20-30 game, you can just put it when you need it and then remove it. Otherwise you're just like, if they did not have, I'm not even talking about me, like, it's a little bit annoying for me, but I can live with it. It doesn't change much. The thing is, without those stop, they would be at 15 minutes here instead of, or at least 13 instead of 15 maybe. You lose some minutes. And this might matter at some point, This might fire back at you. Mana Leaf, sure. Look at the time they are losing! Ooh, we have the Lethal Sting Camel combo, except we don't have any freaking desert in our deck. Lovely. Lovely. Ooh, some blue. Even of enduring hope. Alright. Sure. Sure, man. No real reason to play Screecher here. We were just gonna beat down. Fine trading my 2-drop with their 5-drop, even though it gave them 5 life. I mean 3 life, sorry. Fine if they want to take a 6. Getting rid of the flyer in general is good because of Screecherino. And yeah. That's why Mummy Paramount is so good. Just play it on turn 2, get maybe 2-4 damage in, and then it can continue to attack later on. Binding Mummy? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's weird to see all those aggressive 2-drop in this, what looks like a Ram deck. I am a little bit puzzled. Dazzled. When I see a deck, especially in Limited, in Constructed it's a little bit more obvious, but in Limited, I see a deck and sorry, a little bit of French slipped out of my throat here, but you probably not even noticed it. But in any case, what I was trying to say is that when I am when I'm playing against a deck, I'm trying to figure out what this deck tries to do. Does it want to burn me? Does it want to play bigger spell than me? Does it want to kill everything I play? And then does it want to? What does it want to do? Because if you can guess what your opponent will do or want to do with their deck, then I'm just gonna trade here. I'm fine with that. Then you can play the matchup better, most likely. And this is what I try to do often. And here, I really have a hard time figuring out what their deck wants to do. Like, it looks half ramp, half aggro. Oh, it looks like the Sifter Worm's coming. Just hit that land and start tapping mana. Oh, Shepherd. Okay, I did not expect that. Alright. I think we're just gonna sting the Shepherd. Put a counter. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be good, but for later. do we play that? It's interesting because we can put the counter on the initiate, then if it trades, fine. They don't really have any good block if we do that, because I'm pretty happy to trade the initiate, which trades no matter what with the mummy. If they want to block the festering mummy, then it also trades with their binding mummy. And the other option is to put the counter on mummy and put a counter on their binding mummy. Then they don't have any good block, but I think I'm pretty happy to give them some decent block, actually. I don't want to kill that, though. Let's not do stupid things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to just have the initiate die, so I can get it back. Sure. And now the question is, do we play camel or not? I think we actually do, especially since this is gonna trigger tactic anyway, I believe. It's enter the battlefield, yeah. They have nothing on board, and I think getting aggressive sounds decent here. Especially since having a 2-power creature here let us attack for 8 next turn, which means that the creature is lethal afterward. So, you know, it's just pretty good curve and clock, whereas if we do the same thing with Mummy, we are missing 1 damage. Since I play a Diviner, it's not going to change match, I guess, but we got a point. Okay. I guess we are playing tactics here. I kind of want to draw another white. Drawing a swamp was awful. Attack for 9. And this Diviner is going to be annoying again. That card has been pretty great for them. Because they would be dead next turn otherwise. If anything, I don't exactly know what their deck is doing, but I know it's pretty good at using Dune Diviner. So yeah, if anything, I'll give that to my opponent. They have a very good Dune Diviner deck. Now I don't actually know what they have. They might have, they might have some very strong late game that we haven't seen. Like we could imagine some Sifter Worm. We could imagine stuff like, they draw another Granitic Titan. If they played, they kind of died though. So I imagine it's Callous Mal. Alright. Alright. That's their strong late game, I guess. Okay. I see you. Oh, that was a nasty top deck. Again, I think we want to try to get the tactic if we can, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and start, finish. And they're at 4, we just left with a 1-1. They probably have better late game, but we have this initiate and unconventional tactic in the graveyard, so it feels like we also have a little bit of reach in later game if necessary. No! The top decks! Another Diviner. No, not like that. Man, this is the best Dune Diviner deck I ever seen in my life. By miles. By freaking miles. Darn it. White? Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. That's these. Yes. Our opponent is getting 4 life each turn though. My god. That's insane. That's insane. Another land. The question is, do we tactic the warrior or do we tactic the initiate? Knowing that I think I'm pretty happy to trade my initiate for their diviner. So they would go up to 10, take 4 from the warrior. We would be trading. Yeah. Or they just don't make any block, take 7 down to 3, and I'm happy to. Darn it, though. Those Dune Diviners have been so annoying. I think they are just gonna gain life and then block my initiate. I think this is what they are going to do here. What it looks like they will do. So I guess they need a lot of deserts because they have a lot of survivor encampment and some double red spell. And then to make those deserts work, they need some cheap creature. So they have card like Binding Mummy. The more I play against their deck, the more I feel like I understand what they are doing. And again, definitely the best Dune Diviner deck I've ever seen. But yeah. Still don't really know how they kill. Because like one Cow's Mouse seems a little bit light. And a couple Granitic Titans. I assume they maybe probably have some worms and whatnot. The thing here is that even if they can survive, we are getting to the point where they will have probably 3 minutes left or less for the final game. And given the deck they are playing, I have no idea how they can win in 3 minutes. And they need to keep using these diviners, which takes a lot of time too. So yeah, unless they just top deck Sifter Worm next turn or something really strong, I believe they will just end up being short on time no matter what. And again, you know, those top and upkeep and draw step are not helping them at all, because here they could be at something like maybe 7 or 8, and they would be a lot less pressured by time. This is Stole. This is 2017 Hour of Devastation Stole. Yeah, I think they realized their deck just could not win in time or something like that. Kind of a weird matchup, kind of a weird deck. Seemed interesting though. Like again, pretty impressed by what Dune Diviner was doing in this deck. But well, we got there. Was a bit long, but hope you enjoyed the match. Thank you for watching and see you for round 2.